Welcome to STINGERZ, discussions with SAUBs over everyone's favorite drinks. I'm Kaylee Parsons, and today I'm joined with Dr. Ethan Gannaway, who teaches history and co-directs the Ambrose Academy. Thank you for joining us today.
So happy to be here. Look at this fruity array we have in front of us.
So to jump right into it, we're going to start with our first drink here. It is called the Quantum Realm, and it has strawberry, melon, blue raz, and white chocolate.
Okay. These things have caffeine in them?
A little bit.
Are you sure we want to enter the quantum realm already?
I'm sure.
That's like a popsicle in a glass.
What would you rate it?
Whew. What would I rate it? On what's my scale?
5 stars is great. 1 star is not so great.
Well, it's the first one I ever had, so let's go 5 stars. I've got nothing to. Holy cow! Yeah. Do you feel kind of tingly after these?
A little bit. Just wait till we get to the 4th one.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna give it. I'd give it a 4. I think it's pretty good. Okay, so
I kind of want to ask you what you're taking a star from, but that's all right.
I want room to grow. I feel like I'm really gonna like this one.
I did start it kind of high.
It's okay.
All right. Well, I reserve the right to restar it.
Okay.
Perfect.
So our first question is, how long have you been teaching at SAU, and what are some of the classes that you teach?
Right. So, well, I had kind of a funny start. I've been here for, I think this is my 14th full-time year. I was here for 3 years as an adjunct, but my very first was before I was an adjunct or anything. I was a chaperone on the Italy trip with Father Bud, or the second or whatever. We had met over a summer. My father-in-law worked here, my mother-in-law introduced us, and I went out to Bud's farm one time, and he started showing me all these Italy books and all this travel, and I told him I had just been on a fellowship, and he's like, you know, I go on a trip every year. I said, oh, that sounds amazing. And he said, you know, I could use a guy. Sounds awesome. But yeah, that's the short of it. 13 to 16 years.
And so what are some of the classes you teach?
Oh, right. So I totally was daydreaming about the yesteryear. So I teach a lot of different just classics courses. I teach one that's called Classical Europe, and it's a long survey class of ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and kind of what came before and what comes after. Then I do an ancient Greek history, ancient Roman history. I've taught mythology classes before, and then I get to teach Latin. There's a special love for that, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you also teach the Roman Christianity course?
Yes, yeah. I'm thankful. So Father Bud's been doing this. I think this year's trip will be his 19th. We're real close to that 20th. And this will be, I've done this, I think this is my 13th time or 14th, something like that. And I get to teach the course, which is so fun because we have very different perspectives, and we agree on a lot of things, but we don't on everything, and it just becomes this kind of wonderful debate on the trip. And then you get to go to Italy, which is amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited personally. But
for the food, for the art,
for the art.
Yeah,
not the food at all.
Really?
Oh, of course not.
Oh my gosh! I mean, they don't have stingers, but they got some other amazing things there.
Yeah.
Gelato. That could be a gelato flavor. I feel like I've entered the quantum realm.
Well, now that we're in the quantum realm, let's move to our next drink, which is the orange one here. It is called Marigold, and it has strawberry, mango, peach, and tangerine. Oh
yeah, that sounds real good. That's a Roman flavor right there. That's a spritz waiting to happen. Well, how do you go from quantum realm to this one though? You didn't make deliberate decisions on this?
I can't tell my secrets.
Oh, right. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
I can tell I'm being really careful when I drink it. I feel like I'm going to spill it down my shirt. Wow. Can you kind of feel it in your fingertips a little bit?
I love caffeine, so it takes a lot for me to feel it, but
Is your leg bouncing up and down too, right? Not yet?
Not yet.
Oh my gosh.
Not yet. What would you rate it out of 5 stars?
Oh dear. I better.
Second drink.
Not enough caffeine yet. I think I like the citrusy side of things. So that's going to be 5 stars.
That's going to be 5 stars.
But now I have to put this one down a little bit, right? I got to read. I'm sorry, Purple Love, but you're going over there now.
I think I would also give it a 5. I love very citrusy flavors, so I figured that would probably be my favorite, but that one's really good. I like that one.
No, this would be a perfect summer day sipper. What happens to you though, seriously, if you drink the whole cup?
You don't want to know. You get all your papers done, and,
Yeah, right.
and that's why we drink them.
You guys are being worked way too hard.
I know. Now moving on to our second question. Why do you continue to take the study abroad trip to Italy?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there are a lot of reasons. Well, Father Bud makes me, for one. I don't really have an option.
He will see this, so.
He knows. Yeah, there are really a lot of reasons. I I study ancient Rome, so getting to go back and see the stuff that I spend my time studying and see it in real life and go to museums and see some things I haven't seen before, but also seeing some of the things I've seen 100 times now, but you get to see it in a different perspective every time. So I like it for that. The rest of the arts and culture there is amazing. The food is fantastic. Carbonara I would go back for. That especially. I have my special foods in each place we go to, but I think of Rome. Rome has just kind of been special to me anyway, because I spent a fellowship on there when I was writing my dissertation, and I stayed in this monastery, in this guest house of a monastery, and I just got to go out and walk the city every day, and so I have some of that nostalgia too. The number one reason, really, to go back on this trip with students all the time is I just love kind of seeing the city new again through students' eyes. So those who've traveled some but never been to Rome, and those who have never traveled before, and just kind of seeing what moves them and getting excited about it. It's one thing to try to teach it in the classroom when you're looking at images on screen, or even now, like if I'll put you in a VR headset, it's still not the same as going there. And when you can touch brick-faced concrete, you will love the Romans too. It's amazing stuff. I know I've told you about it before, but wait till you see it. BFC, brick-faced concrete. It's a song.
I'll take your word on that.
You don't want to sing it? Not yet?
Maybe later. But.
All right. I can wait. This stuff made me sing that, and I went higher than I can ever get.
Maybe you should drink Stingers more often.
If I need to sing high, that's where I'm going.
Okay. So moving on to our next drink. Mm-hmm. It is this beautiful blue drink, cotton candy.
That's a very natural color. Yeah.
It is super natural, don't worry about it. And the flavor notes are cotton candy, of course, blue raz, and white chocolate.
Is this, are my teeth going to fall out on this one?
That's a question for your dentist, not me.
Right. That was a very safe answer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Chin chin. Oh my gosh. Do I still have them all? It looks okay?
You're missing one, but we'll edit it in.
I can't go back to that one. That one's going to have to move down. For me, that's just... It was like... Can you see those? I'm sure there's something floating. You don't see those. All right. I don't know if it's too many stingers or it's just the blue magic there.
Yeah, we're not going to make it to the fourth one, are we?
Oh, we're all in now, though. Is it okay that I rearranged them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what would you rank it out of 5 stars?
I'm gonna put that one at a 3.5. I was gonna put it down lower, but then when I got to hallucinate, I thought that was pretty spectacular.
give it a 2.
A 2? Why?
It's something, if I ordered it and got it, I would be a little disappointed and wish I would have ordered one of these too. So
I mean, what would you pair with something like this?
Pair with it?
Yeah, like if you're dining,
Yes.
you know, fine dining with, what was it called again? What's the blue one called again?
Oh, cotton candy.
The cotton, right?
Yeah.
Cotton candy. What you pair a funnel cake with it? What do you?
A funnel cake would be good. Maybe a caramel apple, since we're going with like a fair theme. I don't know.
Do you think we have to go something blander, just because it's
Maybe like a hot dog.
potato hot dog? Yeah, no, that's it. You just hit it.
Yep.
Yep. I'm at the state fair again. That's what it feels like. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Well, now that we have the pairing established, why is Italian history so interesting to you?
Oh my gosh. It should be, why isn't it interesting to everybody? You've seen TikTok? I've not actually. But I hear that it was going around for a while. Everyone wondering, like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? Did you hear this?
Mm-hmm. I may have heard of it.
And how often do you think about it?
Now, probably 3 times a week.
All right. I
Is
like
that an
it.
acceptable answer?
Way to find an answer that
Are
would
you
click for
interviewing
me.
me?
Oh my gosh. I mean, some of it is just why I like studying history anyway. I like seeing life through other people's eyes. It's like why I like taking students to Italy. To think of our common humanity across all these times, and I think we have so many similarities with ancient Rome in particular. And I'd love to see those connections, but then there are these unique manifestations, unique expressions of that humanity, and then I just find that fascinating too. Like we have some of the same drives. So how did the Romans play that out? When they wanted to build certain buildings, why did they build in that way? And like, oh my gosh, it's kind of similar to us. So, but why did we change that design? Those questions just never get old to me. But I mean, sometimes I think it was an excuse to be able to keep traveling to Italy. So I mean, that's a reason to get into it too.
Okay, I hope you're ready for our 4th and final drink.
I'm ready.
It's called the Graveyard.
I'm glad we didn't start there.
There was
We'd have
intention.
never made it to the next. Yeah.
Yep.
The Graveyard?
Why
would they name anything
I think it was a Halloween one.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
These are the leftovers.
But it has notes of blue raz, grape, and white chocolate. So, cheers to the Graveyard.
Cheers. Oh yes, quite a bouquet.
What are your thoughts?
So you know those grape sodas?
Like a Fanta?
Yeah, like I went back to childhood there. I've not had one of those in a long time, but that's where I landed. Okay, I still feel most of my teeth, but there are a couple going, and now I feel like I should jump down, turn around, and hop back in my seat because.
Yeah, you could do a lap if you need to.
Can I do that? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's good. I have lots to do yet today. Holy cow.
What would you rank it out of 5 stars?
Okay. I'm moving them around. This is going to make it confusing because I think it has to fit in here. I think it's white chocolate. I don't know that I taste it in there, but the idea of it. I wonder, can you taste the white chocolate?
I can't, personally, but
Do you think someone just made that up?
I think that's what makes the drinks like frostier looking.
Oh.
Because like this one doesn't have the white chocolate and the rest do.
That's maybe why it's my favorite then. It's the most natural. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would give it like a 2 out of 5. It's just not my fave.
So would you go cotton candy ahead of Graveyard?
I think I would.
Wow.
I think I would, yeah. Yeah, what would you give it?
Well, I'm gonna tie him at 3.5. I'll do it. You know, I really came around when you put cotton candy ahead. It made me think about it again.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it down below that. But that's kind of a nice picture right there. I feel like they're about to go to war.
Yeah, probably. Marigold will win, but
It will. For you too.
Yeah. So, for our fourth and final question, did you always want to be a teacher? And if not, why did you decide to become one?
Yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to do. As an undergrad, when I went to undergrad, I was pre-med, and I thought I just wanted to be a doctor, sports doctor, or something like that. And I took a Greek course on a whim. I really don't know why I signed up for that my freshman year. It turned out to be an ancient Greek course, and I really liked the professor, and I really liked the subject, so I got into school a lot. And then I started getting into more and more things. I actually went to Creighton my first semester, and then I went to St. John's in Minnesota. And I got to know some of my professors really well, and one of them did comparative lit, so I got interested in that. And then I took history courses, and then I took an anthropology course, I took theology, I took philosophy. And my major pretty soon was humanities, because I couldn't decide, and classical studies. So when I didn't know what I wanted to go for, I just didn't think I wanted to spend my life indoors. I loved books, but I liked being active. So I found a dig in the early days of the internet, and I went on this dig in Ireland. First time I'd been abroad ever. And I was gone for about 10 weeks that year, that summer. That was my study abroad experience, and I'm like, I want to be an archaeologist. I really just liked being out and doing that work and working history out like that, right? You're finding history, you're creating history, or not creating it, you're discovering it and offering it to the field. So I go to grad school. All archaeology programs pretty much lead to academic jobs, which I was thinking, okay, that could be fine. But in my first semester at University of Minnesota, they have, as part of your funding, they have you be a teaching assistant. And from that moment, I was like, okay, this thing in the classroom is awesome. And I loved engaging students. I loved hearing their ideas. I loved trying to find new ways of presenting material to them in ways that they would think as interesting as I did, because like a humanities guy, I loved it all. So I didn't always want to be a teacher. It was something I just kind of, like the life path just sort of took me there. That's why I'm always, when I talk to students, you don't have to have a plan right from the beginning. I understand why it's helpful, but sometimes if you just let your path find you, it leads you to some really, really good places.
Yeah, I really needed to hear that. All right. Well, now it's time for the rapid fire questions.
Oh my gosh, okay. Well, it's a good thing I have all this caffeine in.
Okay. Pizza or pasta?
Oh, pasta. Yeah, I love pizza. Ooh, no pasta. Sorry, it's rapid.
Gelato or cannolis?
Gelato.
Okay. Rome or Milan?
Rome.
Okay.
That was it. Oh man, some of these are hurting my heart a little bit. I hear Italy weeping right now. Okay.
I do too. And final question, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
All day, every day. Oh, there's my family in there. 90% of every day.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for watching.